Hello everyone, this is part 1 of What If Naruto Got a New Teacher After Training Trip. This story is made by Lost in Dreams Forever, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Naruto Uzumaki smiled as he walked down the streets of his town hidden in the leaves, the Great Konoha. He was on his way to the Hokage's tower, upon Tsunade's request. He had returned with Jiraiya a year and a half ago. He began to think back to about a half a year ago to when he confessed his feelings to Sakura Haruno. He was surprised when Sakura said that she loved him back, but he was even more surprised when she loved him as a brother and nothing more. He was now happier than ever now that he had a sister-like figure in his life. As Naruto entered the Hokage's tower, he thought of how Sai had now become his best friend and about how Sasuke had disappeared yet again with Orochimaru. He entered the office quietly only to find Tsunade digging through everything on her desk for something. He smiled as he stepped in and shut the door behind him. "Did you lose something, Bar-chan?" Naruto snickered as he took a seat in one of the two chairs in front of her desk. "Yes, I did. Stop calling me that," Tsunade growled as she looked up at Naruto. She had just turned 56 last he remembered, but she still looked about 22 to him except for her eyes. Her eyes had become stressed lately as if she had something on her mind. "You wished to see me?" he asked happily. "Yes. I have a mission for Hinata Hyuga and I wish for you to deliver the information to her at the head house." She sighs as he frowned. "It's a special mission where the two of you will leave. You Naruto, Hinata and your instructor's pupil. You will meet your instructor tomorrow at dawn. Don't be late. They hate it when people are tardy." Tsunade laughs lightly at Naruto's wide grin. Naruto came out of the tower about 20 minutes later. He had bugged Tsunade for some information on Sakura, Sai, and Kakashi's missions just to know if they were okay before he left. He shoved his hands in his pockets as he started on his way to the Hyuga mansion. He groaned as he thought about the mission. "Why'd I have to go on another training mission? I mean, I was just on one not too long ago." He sighs and looks around at everyone. "Who cares, Kit?" QB asks. The fox had been talking to him a lot lately, but Naruto didn't mind. They were starting to get along finally. "It's a chance to get stronger than anyone else. You should take the opportunities you're given. So don't complain." QB growls in a low, deep voice. "You don't understand. I want to stay in the village a little longer. I mean, I haven't even been home for 2 years and they're booting me out again." Naruto growled back at the fox in frustration. "Well, Kit, look on the bright side. I mean, at least you'll be with someone you know and a girl, in fact." QB growls playfully. "I mean, you can't with that pink-haired girl. Why not find another?" He says almost as if he hated Sakura. "But I could never. I mean, it's Hina-chan. Yeah, I mean. It's nice that she'll be there so I can talk to her, but I don't think she likes me. She can't even look me in the eye." Naruto stops in the middle of the street and looks back at the Hokage tower. "Kit, just think it over." And with that, QB disappeared into the back of Naruto's mind. "Yeah." Naruto whispers and approaches the Hyuga mansion. As he approaches, the guards block the gate. Naruto stops in front of them with a small frown on his face. They blocked the gate again was all he could think. "Let me in," he said as politely as he could, even though it had no appeal to the men. "You're not permitted to pass, boy." One of the guards growled as he adjusted a kunai in his hand. "Go home, demon, you're not welcome here," the other guard growled. Naruto got furious at what he had said but remained calm. He knew he should be used to it, but it still made him mad that they only knew him through QB and not for him being Naruto Uzumaki. "I have a mission for Hinata Hyuga from the Hokage. Now let me pass," Naruto said while trying to remain his calm. "Tell us the mission and we shall direct it to Hinata," one of the guards said as the other began to get paper and a pen, but he stopped as Naruto spoke again. "That's not my orders. I'm to deliver it to her, not you. It's not the same and I hate to disobey orders." Naruto growled slightly as they guards went back to protecting the gate. It pissed him off that they wouldn't let him in for even 1 second. "Let him pass," a voice came from behind the guards. The guards turned and moved aside to reveal Neji Hyuga standing there. "But Neji-san," one starts as Neji cleared his throat. Neji had started to warm up to Naruto and became more friendly toward him, but he was still kinda cold. Come Naruto-san, I'll direct you to where Hinata-sama is. Neji begins to walk into the compound with Naruto following close behind. Thanks for getting me in, Neji. I was lucky you happened to walk by. Naruto smiled at the Hyuga brightly. No problem, but Naruto. Neji stops in front of the garden with his back still to Naruto. Naruto stops behind him in confusion. What is it, Neji? Something wrong? Naruto asked in confusion, but when they Hyuga talked, Naruto's face warmed at the worry of the Hyuga. Naruto, is Hinata leaving the village for a while? Neji asked, a bit of worry in his voice. Yeah, she'll be leaving for a year or two. Why? You worried? Naruto smiled, but his smile changed to a frown. The Hyuga looked to the garden, his face serious but worried. You are worried, aren't you? Naruto asked seriously. Yeah, I don't know why, but I am. I have a feeling that something bad might happen or something will hurt her. You're going on the mission, aren't you, Naruto? Neji asked, and he smiled slightly as Naruto nodded his head. That's good. Could you do me a favor? Sure, whatever you want, Neji. Naruto smiled happily and got a bigger smile from Neji. Could you protect Hinata-sama? I won't be there to do it, so could you do it for me? Sure, Neji, as long as you can help protect the village in return. Naruto put his hand out to Neji. Neji looked from Naruto's outstretched hand to Naruto's face. Neji took his hand firmly and shook it. Deal. But just make sure she comes home safe and sound, or I may not be able to keep my promise. Neji walked away. Naruto smiled after him, but as soon as Neji went around the corner, Naruto hurried after him, not wanting to be alone in this house. Neji stopped in front of two big wooden doors. She's in there. She's been in that library for most of the day now. I don't know what she's doing though. Thanks, Neji, for all the help. Naruto nodded. I'll see you later then. Neji walked away, leaving Naruto alone in the hall. The house was silent and it kinda gave Naruto the chills. Naruto slowly turned the handle. He slipped inside the room and shut the door behind him. He examined the room to find tons of bookshelves with scrolls of techniques and skills of many different clans. Along the sides near the bookshelves were low tables with cushions for seats. In the middle of the room was a big long table and there were scrolls piled on it everywhere. He slowly began to approach the table to find a sleeping Hyuga on it. Hinata had her head resting on top of an open scroll that she must have been reading before she fell asleep. She looked so peaceful. She had grown her hair out like Sakura, but she still had the same style of it from years before. Naruto smiled at her. She had been studying techniques again and he knew she would pay for it someday. But for now he slowly approached her. He was ready for this mission and he needed Hinata, the only one who believed in him. She was to be his new teammate. Hinata dreamed peacefully of her lover as she heard the footsteps. She slowly drifted out of her dream at the sound, but she didn't stir. Naruto stopped in front of the table and kneeled down in front of her so their faces were only a few inches apart. Hey Hina-chan, you gotta get up. Naruto whispered softly. He hated to disturb her for he knew she had been studying a lot lately. Hinata groaned lightly at his voice but couldn't distinguish who it was. Come on Hina-chan. He said a little louder, but she still didn't wake. He sighed as he put his hands on her shoulders and lightly shook her. Get up Hinata, he said louder this time. To his astonishment, she woke this time. She groggily opened her eyes and looked up at him. She blushed instantly at how close his face was to hers. She backed up quickly and fell to the floor. Naruto peered over the table as she slowly sat up. You okay, Hinata? He asked, trying not to laugh at the girl who lay on the ground across from him. I'm okay, Naruto-kun, she whispers as she sits up to face him. What brings why you here? She asked while pressing her index fingers together. He hated when she did that. He knew it was a nervous habit, but he hated how he didn't understand why she was nervous. Well, we got a mission today and I had to come fill you in on the details. He smiled as her expression changed from nervous to excited. You and I will be going on a training mission for a few years. Few years. B, but what about Konoha? I mean W with all what's G going on. She looked down at the table. A mission with Naruto-kun. Maybe I can try to tell him. She thought to herself and looked back up at Naruto. Me and you will meet our instructor tomorrow at dawn. We can't be late and then we'll train with them and their pupil to form a 4-man team like usual. We're to do this to get stronger where the Akatsuki and Orochimaru can't find us. I don't see the point since I already went on a training mission, but whatever. Naruto smiled. We can work on your skills too so you can beat Neji and get the approval of your father. Oh, I wish it was that easy. She looked down, but Naruto tilted her chin back up. If we can't get his approval, then we'll beat the S out of him while trying. I mean, I don't see why he doesn't approve of you. Naruto gets to his feet. Well, I gotta go get ready for tomorrow. I suggest you do the same. He flashed her one last big grin. I'll see you tomorrow, Hina-chan. Naruto heads out of the library. Hinata falls back so she's lying down. He called me Hina-chan. She cries in happiness. I hope I can build my courage up, she whispers as she gets up and hurries out into her room. Tsunade sat quietly in her office as she heard something outside. She got to her feet and went to the terrace, a kunai ready in her shirt. She sighed as she spotted a woman with short light brown hair and piercing emerald eyes. Dasara, you startled me, Tsunade whispered to the woman who has two headbands on her waist strap, one of Konoha, the other the Rain Village. Sorry, Tsunade just got back early so I thought I'd drop by and see who I'm stuck with. The woman smirked as Tsunade sat on the railing of the terrace. Sorry to disappoint you, Dasara, but these two won't be very easy to train. I thought you should know. Tsunade laughed as Dasara frowned at her. You're going to be training Naruto Uzumaki and Hinata Hyuga for the next few years. Wait, I'm training the nine-tailed fox demon's vessel and a Hyuga. Well, that's a great combination. I mean, I trained Toma how to control his, now I have to teach this Naruto kid. She asked as she leaned back against the tree. Yes, mainly he needs help controlling Kyuubi. Hinata on the other hand is a whole nother story. Tsunade sighed. What's wrong with the Hyuga? Dasara asked questioningly. She has a problem with her confidence and you'll find out why on your own. Tsunade said as Dasara got to her feet. Well, I'll have to change that. Dasara smirked as she disappeared into the darkness of the night. Tsunade got to her feet and went back inside to her desk. She sat down and took a large gulp of sake from a jug. She sighed and laid her head on her desk to sleep. Naruto got up early to get ready. This was the first time he ever got up early. He got up and got in the shower. As he showered, he thought of what Kyuubi told him the other day, and then his mind wandered to Hinata. He shook his head and went back to cleaning up. When he was done, he went out and got dressed. I could never date Hinata. I mean, I'm the damn demon vessel. Naruto sighs. Don't talk like that about me, Kit. I'll remember that, and the next time you want help I won't give it to you. The Kyuubi growled as Naruto picked up his bag and put it on his back. So, got a problem? You know I'm right. Naruto went out and began to walk towards the east gate. As Naruto headed towards the east gate, he spotted Jiraiya, his old sensei. Hey pervy sage, Naruto yelled. This got the Sanin's attention immediately due to Naruto being the only one to ever call him that. Jiraiya turned to Naruto and smiled. You leaving, Naruto? Jiraiya asked pleasingly. Yeah, pervy sage, I'm going on yet another long training mission. Naruto smiles, but Jiraiya could tell the boy was unhappy. Well, let's make a bet, Naruto. You come back with a new technique that I don't know and I'll take you out for ramen. Jiraiya smiled. Really? Naruto hopped up and down in enjoyment as the old Sanin shook his head. Yes, hooray. Ramen. Naruto cheered. Well, you don't want to be late, do you? Jiraiya said as Naruto stopped jumping. No. Naruto ran off. Bye, pervy sage. He yelled back at Jiraiya as he ran off. Jiraiya shook his head and began to walk again. Hinata woke up late that morning. As she hurried to get her things ready to go, Neji and Hanabi watched in amazement at how fast she was. Hanabi had begun to get along with her sister, but she never knew she could be this frantic. Hinata finally got her things together and set them down in front of the table. She first hugged Neji, then she hugged Hanabi. Goodbye, cousin Neji, sister Hanabi. Hinata bowed. She picked up her bag and ran out of the room. What's wrong, Hanabi? Neji asked as he noticed the puzzled look on Hanabi's face. How come she gets to leave but I don't? Hanabi asked, looking up at Neji. I should be able to travel the world, not her. Well, you're not old enough, Hanabi-sama, but don't worry, your time will come soon enough. Neji smiled slightly. Naruto ran as fast as he could so he wouldn't be late. As he rounded the corner, he crashed into something or someone. The next thing he knew was he was lying on the ground. He slowly sat up and rubbed the back of his head as he looked around for what he crashed into only to find Hinata rubbing her head too. I'm sorry Hinata. I didn't mean to run into you. Naruto quickly got to his feet. Hinata blushed when she recognized the voice and looked up at him to find him holding his hand out to her. She hesitantly took it as he helped her to her feet. He smiled but then realized what time it was. Oh no, he quickly said and looked at Hinata. We have to hurry or we'll be late. He began to run again as fast as he could, Hinata's hand still in his as he pulled her along. Naruto, slow down, Hinata said as he dragged her along, but he didn't listen, so she tried to keep up with him the best that she could. They reached the east gate with 3 minutes to spare. When Naruto let go of Hinata's hand, she collapsed to her knees, taking deep breaths as he looked around for their new sensei. Naruto stops and looks down at Hinata, who's still trying to catch her breath. You okay, Hinata? He asked as he kneeled in front of her. I'm okay, she blushed when he put a stray strand of her hair behind her ear. He smiled and got back up to his feet. So, you're my 2 new pupils. A voice came from behind Naruto. He quickly turned to it to find Dasara sitting on a stone. You have got to be kidding me, this is pathetic, she sighs heavily. Great, I'm stuck with yet another runt who's a vessel and a low-confidence heiress. Who are you calling a runt? Naruto yells to his defense. More of how do I know you're a vessel? Dasara whispers. And how dare you say Hinata's confidence is low? She's very confident, he yells as Hinata gets to her feet. She goes to say something but Naruto starts before she can do anything. How could a sensei ever tell their student that? It's despicable. Dasara growls at his comment. I can tell you what I want, when I want, how I want, about who I want. You got a problem with that kid? Dasara growls. I don't have to train you, I volunteered to. Now if you want to complain and say things that upset me, I can leave you behind if I please. No. Naruto starts but he stops as soon as Hinata speaks up. Stop it, Hinata yells. Both Naruto and Dasara look at Hinata surprisingly. Dasara smiles. Stop fighting. We are here to train. To work on our weaknesses and to get stronger for our friends, our family, our village, and for ourselves. I like how you stood up for me, Naruto, but sensei is right. I do have a low self-confidence issue due to my childhood. Hinata whispers and looks down at the ground. Nicely done, Hinata. That was your first step for gaining confidence. You're learning already and we haven't even left. Quote. Dasara smiles at Hinata. Naruto stares at Hinata speechless as Dasara snaps. Naruto looks quickly at Dasara. Alright, let me introduce myself. My name is Dasara. I will not tell you my last name since it proves of no importance. As you have been briefed, my other pupil will join us in a town down the road. We will then be a 4-man squad. We will travel around the world and train you in all the different weather conditions and in all the different ninja arts. Now let's get the hell out of here. They had been walking for about an hour now. Hinata had fallen behind with Dasara and Naruto at least 10 steps ahead of her. Naruto finally noticed that she was lagging behind after about 10 more minutes. He waited for Hinata and then walked with her. So what do you think of our new sensei? Naruto asked as he looked from Dasara to Hinata. Hinata had already started blushing when she noticed Naruto walking beside her. Well, I think she's okay, Hinata whispers. I don't like her. Naruto folds his arms across his chest as they walk. But Naruto, she only wants what's best for us. Don't hate her for it. Hinata replies. She looks at Dasara and sighs. Though she was a little forward about earlier. I mean, she didn't need to threaten to leave you behind, Naruto. Hinata entwines her fingers together to stop from shaking. Hinata, Naruto, catch up. Dasara yelled from up ahead. We're going as fast as we can. Naruto yells in reply and then he mumbles under his breath about her. He looks at Hinata and smiles. I noticed you didn't stutter once in that last sentence. He looks back at Dasara. Hinata looks around nervously and then looks to the ground. Naruto runs to catch up to Dasara, leaving Hinata alone. Hinata finally catches up to them when they stop near a stream. Naruto is getting a drink while Dasara looks around slowly. Hinata goes over to Dasara. Is there something wrong, sensei? Hinata whispers. No. Dasara smiles. Just Toma is to meet us here. Toma? Hinata asks excitedly. You mean our new partner? Naruto asks as he stands up straight and faces them. He walks over to them but stops when he hears something in the bushes. Yes, Toma is very much like you, Naruto, he is a vessel also. Dasara looks at Naruto. A vessel? What do you mean? Hinata looks at Dasara then at Naruto. Wait a second. You don't know. Dasara looks at Hinata who shakes her head no. Oh my. Well then for now ignore what you just heard. We'll explain it to you when the time comes. But, please Hina-chan, leave it at that. Naruto says. Hinata looks at him to find his eyes pleading to hers, she sighs. Alright, Hinata whispers, I'll leave it be for now. Well then now that that's over are you done talking? A voice comes from behind Naruto. Naruto and Hinata quickly turns to the voice to find a young man about their age. His shaggy black hair messy and his piercing grayish blue eyes staring at his two new teammates. Hello, I'm Toma Agawa. Nice to meet you. The boy smiles at Naruto and Hinata. Hinata stares at him for a while, her blush a little deeper. She thought of how he looked so much alike Naruto. Naruto looked him up and down. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I'm going to be the future Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves. Naruto announces and gives his trademark grin as Toma smiles. Nice to meet you Naruto-san. Toma looks to Hinata, and who are you miss? He asks politely. I'm Hinata Hyuga, heiress to the Hyuga clan. She whispers. She blushes deeper as Toma kisses her hand. It is very nice to meet you Hinata-chan. I hope we maybe become good friends. Toma looks at Dasara. Well Dasara-sensei, are we to head off? It is getting late. Yes. Now we'll be staying at the village nearby tonight and start our journey in the morning. Dasara began to walk towards the town with Hinata close behind. Toma and Naruto trailed behind. Naruto had an uneasy feeling but he didn't know what it was. He was hitting on your girl Kit. Kyubi growled at Naruto. She isn't my girl. She's just a friend, nothing more, a comrade and a friend. Naruto responded back as he eyed Toma. What is this I'm feeling, Kyubi? Naruto asked with a little bit of hesitation. That would be jealousy. Let me guess you've never felt it before. Kyubi asked. No, I know nothing of it. Naruto stops as Toma looks at him. Naruto-san, you're very quiet, why? Toma asked puzzled. Naruto could tell he wasn't around people often so he decided he could answer but as he went to say something he heard Dasara yelling about them being slow. Naruto scowled and looked towards Toma who was now up next to the girls. Naruto ran to catch up to them without even thinking about answering Toma's question. Night could have been his favorite time of day but today it wasn't. Toma had a lot on his mind and the main thing was his two new partners. It confused him how they acted but when he saw Hinata blush it hit him in the face. She thought he was cute, that was for sure but she on the other hand had no idea of how cute the damn blush made her. Toma understood that girlfriends would be considered as liabilities but he needed one and he thought maybe it could be her. Of course he would have to get to know her and get her to warm up to him but that was easy. There was one thing that worried him, Naruto. Man, this is going to be interesting. Toma sat in the window sill of his and Naruto's room. He pulls out a long silver flute and he begins to play a soft soothing lullaby. He continues as he sees Hinata in the window next door sleeping against a big soft pillow. Toma smiles as he continues. This would be very interesting. Toma stopped as he heard Naruto stirring behind him. He stopped playing and looks back at Naruto. What are you doing playing that thing at this time of night? Naruto asked. He was sitting up and rubbing his eyes from the lack of sleep. It soothes me and others, it's a sleep lullaby. It's to put you asleep not to wake you up. Naruto smiles at Toma's remark as Toma gets up and sits on his bed. Well we should get to sleep. Dasara-sensei is very strict so you should sleep while you can. Toma lies back on the bed. Is she really that harsh? Yeah, she's into the whole, you only get 8 hours of sleep the rest is training and there are only 3 meals a day, type of person. Toma closes his eyes. And you can only sleep during the times she wants you to sleep. Wow, she's worse than Kakashi-sensei. Naruto lies back down. Kakashi the copycat ninja is your sensei? Toma asks curiously. Yep, Kakashi and Jiraiya are my senseis, that pervy sage made a deal with me about when I come back. Naruto rolls over so his back is to Toma. Wow, you're pretty luck to have those two for senseis. Toma whispers. Well the sage does nothing to help often so he's not worth the time. Naruto whispers as he drifts off to sleep. Well, good night Naruto-san. Toma whispers and drifts into a deep sleep. Naruto woke to sounds of metal clashing. He popped out of bed and rushed to the window only to find Hinata and Toma fighting. Dasara sat on the sideline in the shade as the two clinged kunais against one another. Hinata tries to dodge as Toma kicks her into a tree. Toma charges at her as she hurries to her feet and into a tree. Naruto hurried outside and to where they were fighting. Toma helps Hinata to her feet and looks at Naruto. Hinata looks at him also. Good morning Naruto-kun. Hinata smiles while blushing slightly. Morning Naruto, sorry you missed out on morning sparring. You just wouldn't wake up. Toma rubs the back of his head while smiling. He won't be late again. Dasara says. She's now standing behind Hinata and Toma. He will be getting up when he is told to get up or we will have a problem on our hands. Dasara sighs. And since your teammate decided to be late you are all to do 10 laps around the village starting now. I get going, you only have an hour to complete it. Dasara goes back and sits under the tree. But why should they be punished for me? Naruto starts but before he can react Dasara is behind him. She has an arm around his neck and a kunai pointed at his stomach. Because teams succeed and suffer as one, Dasara whispers. Now do you have any more questions? She asks as she looks from Naruto to Hinata then to Toma. 10 laps. Now. She lets go of Naruto as they all run off. Man Naruto, you need to learn how to get up earlier. Toma groans as he collapses to the ground outside the inn. Hinata has already collapsed to her knees and Naruto is leaning up against a tree. It's not my fault I'm not used to getting up. Naruto takes a deep breath. He's right. Hinata looks up at them. We didn't have to wake up this early in Konoha. He's not used to the morning schedule. Hinata looks at Naruto and smiles. She then looks at Toma. Hey, at least we're getting some exercise right. She smiles. Well, I don't like that kind of exercise but okay, we can look at it that way if you want to. Toma smiles slightly. Good thing we have Hina-chan. She cheers everyone up. Naruto cheers. Hinata blushes and looks to the ground. Dasara slowly approaches them, her hands on her hips. Well, now that your morning activities are done we start with training. She smirks as Naruto groans and slides down the tree. From now on you are to do as I say when I say it. If you do this then you'll become stronger. Or at least you should grow stronger. Dasara smiles. Now let's begin. The three Chunin lay on the ground trying to catch their breath from their run around town. Compliments from Naruto, as Dasara stood towering over them demanding that they get off their lazy asses. It's not that they were lazy, it was that they were exhausted. Toma had never seen Dasara like this and wondered what had gotten into her. Give us a break. Naruto cried as he bathed himself in the shade of the tree. No. Now get off you lazy ass Uzumaki or I'll make you. Dasara warned as she looked to Hinata and Toma. You two, get up. She looks back to Naruto as Hinata and Toma slowly rise to their feet. I'm not getting up. Naruto folds his arms across his chest and holds his head high in triumph as Dasara sighs. Fine, have it your way. Dasara slowly starts towards him. Naruto holds his ground until she cracks her knuckles. Naruto gulps as she gets closer and closer. The next thing he knows is he's about a foot off the ground. Dasara has a hold of Naruto's collar with one hand. Her eyes are locked on his and she's smirking. You think you can disobey me, Uzumaki? Well, you got another thing coming. She throws him into the ground at the feet of Hinata and Toma. Hinata hurries to help him. She checks for injuries as he tries to push away. Naruto looks at Dasara who has her hands on her hips now. You think you can stand up to me, runt? I bet I can beat you to hell and back. Naruto growls. Oh wait, hell's your home isn't it? He smirks as she grins. Well then Uzumaki, come at me then. Dasara cracks her neck then her knuckles. Naruto goes to take a step forward but Toma holds him back. Hey, let go Toma. Naruto struggles to get free from Toma's grip. You can't beat her Naruto. You couldn't even beat Sasuke, let alone her. Toma says as Naruto slowly relaxes. Now calm down, don't get all crazy on me. She'll KO you without hesitation. Fine, Naruto whispers. Toma releases Naruto and Naruto just stands there. Hinata looks at him then at Toma. She then looks back at Naruto with a look of worry on her face. Dasara smiles. You're lucky your teammate held you back or you would be S. Toma speaks the truth. You should listen to him often so you don't S out here before you accomplish your dream. Quote. Desara looks at them. Now your training will range from different activities. Some of these activities are 1 practice, chakra control exercises, and your favorite physical labor. Now the physical labor portion consists of running, push-ups, pull-ups, and stuff like that. Your new activity will be to run 10 laps around this village or any village we stay in the morning with only an hour's time to warm up. They all sigh at this as she smiles warmly. Well, since we're done warming up, we can start on the next part. Let's move on to physical labor. By the time I come back, I want 100 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and 150 jumping jacks, starting now. Desara walks away to leave them alone. This is dumb. Naruto groans as he begins to do push-ups. It isn't dumb. It'll help our body get into shape. I can't believe that she's this harsh though, she's usually so much nicer. Toma says as he starts his push-ups. Hinata stays quiet, she has already started her push-ups before them. Naruto looks at Hinata. What do you think, Hina-chan? Naruto asks. Hinata blushes slightly but keeps going without answering. After a minute she sighs. I don't know what I think, Naruto-kun. I think she wants to be best for us, but she may be overdoing it. Hinata says as they continue. It'll get better over time, don't worry. It won't always be like this. Toma whispers. She'll settle down soon and maybe go a little easier on us. But you never know, she's been acting very strange lately. Ever since she was told to come get you two, she's been really edgy. Toma looks at Hinata and Naruto. I don't know why, but she's afraid. Maybe it's because the Akatsuki have been on her case for a while. Wait, why is the Akatsuki interested in her? Naruto asks. It's not just her they're interested in, it's me too. So that's what she meant by vessel, they're after you too because of what you are. Naruto says. But still, why do they want Desara sensei? I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know about the Akatsuki. But I would like to know too. Why is it that they want sensei? I mean, she's an average ninja like us, isn't she? Hinata asks as she looks up at Toma. No. Desara isn't any average ninja to the Akatsuki. She's the sister of Deidara. That clay man wants her to join since he thinks she's the same as him, but she isn't. She's told them no countless times to both joining them and to handing me over, but they just don't like that answer. Toma gets up to his feet a moment after Naruto. Naruto sits down and begins to sit-ups as Toma begins to do jumping jacks. So that's why. Her name sounded so similar, but I didn't think she was related, but I guess she is. Naruto groans. You mean that one man who took Gaara? Hinata asks as she continues her jumping jacks. Yeah, that's the one, Naruto grunts. Is he powerful? She asks as she looks over at Naruto. Very powerful. His clay creations come to life and can become bombs easily. Naruto whispers. His creations are dangerous. They can be anything, even replicas of humans. Naruto states. You mean they could pose as people then blow up in your face? Toma asks. I mean, I've heard of him, but I know nothing of his abilities. Yeah, he could do that in a heartbeat. Naruto whispers while thinking back to when he had to fight Deidara. Tell me more about him. Toma asks Naruto. Me too. Hinata says curiously. Desara comes out to the field and sees the three of her students sitting there talking. She raises a brow as they spot her and quickly get to their feet facing her as if they were ready for the next task. Desara stops in front of them and puts her hands on her hips. I'll give you less time tomorrow since you had time to lounge. Desara says confidently. Desara sensei, does Tsunade-chan know that you've got the Akatsuki chasing you? Hinata asks. She's trembling slightly since she was pressured into being the one to ask as Naruto looks Desara in the eyes. Yes, the Hokage knows of me being pursued, but she also knows that I can handle them with ease, so you shouldn't worry about it. Desara sighs as they all stare at her. What is it? Stop staring at me. But can you handle all of the Akatsuki? Naruto asks as he folds his arms across his chest. No, I couldn't. Why? Desara asks and looks at Naruto. Well, 3 of us are wanted by the Akatsuki. That means they send more to capture us since we're all together. Toma states. Desara looks at Toma then at Hinata as Hinata shakes her head yes. Yes, I know, but I'm training you to be strong enough to handle them. Desara looks at all of them. And if they were to attack now? Hinata asks. Then you three would hurry to Konoha since it is so close to this location. Quote. Desara closes her eyes. Did you think that I didn't take this into consideration? I am a Junin. I'm not easily defeated and I think things through completely. Now because we had this conversation and you believe I did not do things in the wisest manner, then we're going to double training and stay up later. Now for the next exercise you are to pair up. I want Hinata and Naruto to face each other and Toma will fight the winner. Hinata freezes. How could she fight Naruto? That's like trying to K your animal or your best friend, the closest thing you have as a family. That works for me. Toma smiles at Naruto and Hinata. When he noticed Hinata's expression he frowned. Why would she have that expression? She was only Naruto's friend, only right. Or was there more there that Toma had never noticed before? Naruto and Hinata slowly faced each other. Hinata got into her fighting stance as Naruto just stood there. He had no stance, he didn't need one, he told himself. All he had to do was avoid Hina-chan's hands and that was it. His plan was to get it done quickly, trying not to make his friend suffer. Don't hold back, Hina-chan. Naruto smiled at the girl standing in front of him. She slowly nodded in response and Naruto could tell something was wrong. Hinata was acting weird ever since Desara said he was to face her. Naruto had thought she was scared but she wasn't, she was different somehow. Naruto quickly snapped out of his trance as Desara yells begin. Naruto just watches as Hinata slowly begins to circle him. Hinata takes a deep breath and charges in at Naruto. Naruto dodges her thrusts with barely any time to spare. Naruto goes to trip her but she quickly jumps over him and lands behind him. She kicks him towards a tree but he pushes off at it and heads for Hinata. Hinata dodges Naruto's kick but she gets hit back with his fist that she didn't see coming. Hinata hurries to her feet after the fall to find Naruto charging at her with 5 clones of his. His clones pull out kunai knives as the original does. Hinata braces herself and closes her eyes. She opens them and the Byakugan is activated. Gentle fist technique. 120 palms. Hinata calls out. Naruto tries to stop but he gets caught in her technique as she begins to strike him. As she finishes she jumps back. Naruto tries to hold himself up. He finally regains his balance and charges at her. He's slowed down greatly but he's still quite fast. He rushes in to surprise her but it fails yet again. He goes to plant a foot to her stomach but she dodges him and hits him into a tree. Naruto quickly gets up and catches her off guard. Naruto quickly kicks her in the back before she can turn around. Hinata flies into the ground. Hinata hurries to her feet but he yet again kicks her, this time sending her into a tree. She goes to get up but Naruto pins her down to the ground. Got you. I win, he smiles down at her. She blushes deeply and tries to look away but her eyes get trapped in his. She tries to pull away but she can't. Naruto blushes slightly and Hinata notices. Naruto-kun, she whispers. Why you're blushing, she smiles. So, you are too. He whispers. He gets up off her and helps her up to her feet. Well then, next match. Desara looks questionably at Hinata then at Naruto. I may want to watch them closely, she looks Naruto then Toma. Well then begin. Desara announces. Naruto and Toma now faced each other. Naruto stayed in a ready position knowing nothing of how Toma fought or any of his techniques. Naruto slowly begins to circle Toma to try to think of a plan while examining his opponent. Toma had examined Naruto during his match with Hinata but he knew nothing of the boy's true strength since Naruto had held back in the last bout. Toma then began to think about the demons held inside him and Naruto and started to think what might happen if they did fight. Would his Jinchuriki try to K the Kyuubi? So Naruto, are you ready? How about that demon of yours? Toma asks, his voice has become low and a little dark. Naruto could tell that Toma's demon was now interfering. Naruto looks to Hinata who is unconscious when he looks back to Toma. Me and the fox are always ready, don't worry about us, we got enough fight in us to go around. Naruto smirks. You know Kit, he could K us if he wanted to. The fox growls at Naruto. But he won't, fox, so back off for now, at least I don't think he will, I mean he is our teammate, he shouldn't want to K us. Naruto growls back at the fox as Toma has his own conversation with his demon. Jinchuriki hated this, he was to face his demon brother in this match. Not full out fighting, but it felt the same to him. Hey kid, do we have to fight them? I'd rather not even look Kyubi in the face, Jinchuriki says in a low tone to Toma. Yeah, we have to, I mean it's training, we won't full out fight them, we'd most likely K them in that situation. For now let's test their abilities so we can see if they can live on their own or not. Toma says as he gets into his fighting stance. He has one hand down near his side and the other out in front of him ready to do one hand signs. Jinchuriki groans at Toma's persistence and gets ready to use his chakra also as Naruto charges at Toma. Toma evades Naruto punch easily and sighs at the younger boy's efforts. Come on Naruto, you can do better than this, can't you? Toma asks boringly. Be quiet or I'll definitely kick your ass. Naruto yells. Naruto summons 3 clones and they all charge at Toma from different sides. Toma quickly jumps up in the air so the clones all crash together. Water style, water dragon jutsu. Toma yells while going through a series of hand signs. A giant dragon of water forms behind him and it goes down and washes Naruto into a tree hard. Toma lands on his feet about 7 feet in front of Naruto. Naruto slowly gets to his feet. He groans and looks up at Toma. His eyes have a little red in them. Careful Naruto, your demon's showing. Toma says mockingly. Shut up. Naruto yells. He charges at Toma as he prepares some hand signs. You'll get what's coming to you. He yells as the Rasengan begins to form in his right hand. Toma watches in amazement but prepares to dodge it. Rasengan. Naruto shouts as he thrusts his hand out towards Toma. Toma dodges to the right but is kicked into a tree by a clone he didn't notice. The Rasengan takes out 4 trees in Naruto's way. Nice technique Naruto, now watch mine, Toma whispers. He goes through almost 20 hand signs as he builds up his chakra. Holy Arts, Angel Strike Jutsu. He yells as the clouds part and a large mass of white chakra floats down from the sky in the form of an angel. Hinata watches in awe on the sideline as Naruto stands there speechless. He had never seen anything like this nor had he ever heard of something like holy arts. The angel floats down in front of Naruto, a spear of light in its hand. Ready Naruto? Toma asks. He makes about 4 more hand signs. Light's Wrath Jutsu. He yells as the angel prepares the spear. The angel thrusts the spear at Naruto and it goes right through him. It sucks out a lot of Naruto's chakra as the angel pulls out the spear. Naruto falls to his knees. The angel disappears as Toma looks at Naruto. Toma has a surprised look on his face as Naruto gets to his feet slowly. I'm not out yet, Naruto groans. I still got some fight in me. Not for long Naruto, if I use my attack now you're going to be a goner. Toma gets ready to fight yet again. I give you an A for effort but you aren't going to win this battle. That's what you think, but you'd be surprised, I got a lot of chakra to spare. Naruto runs through a series of hand signs and smirks as lightning sparks around him. My old man left me this technique. Naruto smirks as the lightning gets bigger and begins to hit the ground around him ferociously. Wait, the Yondaime left him this technique. Dasara whispers and stares at Naruto and the lightning. What in the world could that be? She looks at Toma who is ready for the attack then looks back at Naruto to find the lightning has yet again gotten bigger. Wait, Dasara sensei, you mean the 4th Hokage is Naruto's father? Hinata looks up at her sensei surprisingly. Yes Hinata, Naruto's father used him as the vessel for the Kyubi for a reason. Dasara stops and quickly covers her mouth. Forget you heard that. Naruto has the demon fox in him. Hinata looks at Naruto. No wonder everyone hated him. You don't hate him, do you Hinata? Dasara asks as she remembers that Hinata didn't know until just this moment. I could never hate Naruto-kun, I only wish I would have known sooner so I could have helped him. Hinata looks up at her sensei then back at Naruto. She really likes him, doesn't she? I could use this to my advantage, Dasara thinks as her attention goes back to the 2 boys. Naruto's lightning has gotten much stronger but Toma still holds his ground. Toma quickly runs through some hand signs ready for the attack. Naruto runs through 3 more signs. Lightning style, Lightning God Jutsu. Naruto yells as the lightning forms into a giant dragon with a man of lightning riding on the back of the dragon. Dark style, Hell Dragon Jutsu. Toma yells as Naruto yells out his jutsu. Toma's dark energy forms into a giant the dragon the same size as Naruto's as the 2 dragons clash together. Toma runs through yet another set of hand signs. Dark Jutsu, Dark Lightning Bind. Toma yells as black lightning come from the ground beneath Naruto and it grabs his legs and wraps up his body. Naruto goes to do a hand sign but is stopped by the lightning. The black dragon attacks Naruto's dragon and shatters it. The dark dragon clashes into Naruto and creates an explosion. When the smoke clears, Naruto lays in a hole unconscious. Toma sighs and climbs down into the hole. He lifts Naruto on his back and climbs up out of the hole with his chakra's help. Hinata and Dasara hurry over to Toma and Naruto. Is he okay? Hinata asks worriedly but she relaxes when Toma smiles. He'll be fine, he just needs some rest and he'll recover in no time. Toma smiles as they start towards the inn. He didn't do half bad but he was in over his head, he should have listened to Kyubi. Kyubi knew that he would get his ass kicked but he didn't listen, I think that's his weakness, not listening. Toma laughs lightly. Dasara sighs and puts her hands on her hips. You could have gone at least a little easier on him. I mean you dragged the holy arts in and I should have declared that illegal. Dasara looks at Naruto then at Hinata. What are the holy arts, sensei? Hinata asks. They're very powerful jutsus that are said to come from heaven itself. They deal with white chakra and the power of good and purity. Dasara states while putting a finger up just to look smart. Toma laughs at this but Dasara sends him an evil glare and he stops. What are they used for? Hinata asks curiously. Dasara smiles at Hinata. They can be used for healing, restoring chakra or to attack. They can also take away chakra as Toma demonstrated earlier. Dasara looks at Toma then back at Hinata. Do you think I could learn them? Hinata asks. Dasara lifts her brow and examines Hinata carefully. Toma looks at Dasara who in return looks at him then they both look at Hinata. Do you want to learn them, Hinata? Dasara asks. Hinata shakes her head yes. Toma smiles and looks at Dasara then back at Hinata. I'll teach them to you, Hinata-chan, while Dasara sensei teaches Naruto how to control the Kyubi. Toma says happily as he gets a big smile from the Hyuga. Naruto groggily awoke about an hour later. Hinata sit in a chair beside his bed fast asleep and Toma resting in his bed. Hinata smiles in her sleep from the pleasant dream of her village. Naruto sits up and gets out of bed. His body ached, something bad for every inch of him was in pain. He groans as he makes his way to the window to find Dasara outside planning something out on paper. He sees movement in the bushes to find Itachi emerging from the bushes. He sees Dasara slowly rise and face Itachi whose red eyes watch her closely and glance up to the window to look at Naruto for a second. Naruto sees Dasara say something then Itachi's attention goes back to Dasara. Naruto quickly wakes up Toma and Hinata. Itachi's here. Naruto yells at them. Toma quickly goes to the window. When he notices Itachi standing in front of his sensei his eyes go wide. He's never come to her directly, he usually just sends some puppet to give her an offer. Toma whispers as the three of them look out the window to see their sensei staring straight at Itachi who seems intrigued by Dasara's tactics in bringing the two vessels together. As soon as Itachi moves an inch they all rush down the stairs and out the door. Dasara stands 4 feet in front of Itachi as he glares at her students. She moves in front of him to block his view. Toma, keep the others safe, this may get ugly. Dasara orders and Toma quickly goes to respond back but he stops as she begins to speak. Toma, I know you hate the idea but please do this for me, keep them safe at all costs. Dasara orders and Toma slowly shakes his head yes. Naruto tries to step forward but Toma blocks him with his arm. Stay back Naruto, she'd rather you not get hurt, Toma whispers. Naruto could hear the restraint in his voice as he spoke. It was him seeing his sensei looking death in the eye. But Toma, we need to help. Kakashi sensei couldn't even beat him, she can't either. She doesn't stand a chance. Naruto claims. She's a lot better than you think, just sit back and relax, enjoy the show while you can Naruto. Toma says as he blocks his comrades from the threat that his sensei faced. Itachi Uchiha. That will be all for this video, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos, goodbye.